What we got here, do we have any left? Oh, we're gonna air this right now.
We're getting the sample on it, yeah. Should leave it right there for right now. Same thing with the presidential seal in the frame. Okay, I've done it in the frame as well. Same price. Yeah, the other I've got it, because the other ones are 100% gone. Are 100% gone. I'm getting that out here. This, I just got these Inch Perfect. We're literally unwrapping it out of the box.
We've got 3 guys driving to the warehouse, Mike, to get more coins. I think we're running out of stuff
just unwrapping it. Let me get it. I got it right here.
Okay,
I'm literally just undoing it out of the box right here, right now.
We are, because that sold out like 4 times as fast as we had anticipated.
Right.
Okay, so here's the item number. We're going to go to this 511053. $149.95. 4 flex pay of $37.49.
The wood box is done.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
And 4 flex.
Wow. That looks really amazing.
And 4 flex. So same thing. Now look at this fantastic frame. And as you can see, it's easy to access it, and it will stand up quite nicely.
That's a great, how great is that?
Look at this. It is absolutely stunning. Same coins, all gem, brilliant, uncirculated, from George Washington all the way down to Ronald Reagan, as you can see again. We have every single solitary one of the presidential dollars in the frame with the presidential seal, gold embossed in the middle, gem, brilliant, uncirculated. Now, here's the thing. It's not just that I've got a spectacular price at $149.95. It's not that I will sell these out in the prime time. I don't think there's any doubt about it. The thing is, we've got them.
Yeah.
And I want to spend, we're going to spend a few minutes here. And I want to tell you something about being in the business. Okay, because I'm in the coin business.
Yeah.
So, the presidential dollars, when they first came out, the United States government, they came out in 2007. The United States government wanted America to spend dollar coins instead of dollar bills. It'd save the government hundreds of millions of dollars a year, because dollar bills last about 8 months and dollar coins will last 25 years.
Right.
So they made a fair amount of the coins in 2007. By the way, you can easily pay $5 a coin for those, because these are gem, brilliant, uncirculated, every one of these. But and the American people said, I really like these, but I'm not spending them. So by literally 2008, they kind of stopped making them in any quantity. By 2009, they no longer even released them into circulation. As a matter of fact, the only way you could buy them was in like rolls and bags for like $1.50 or $2 a coin cost. There was no way to get them for $1. In other words, none of these later coins circulated.
And this is every single one. This is a complete collection.
This is a complete set. This is all of them. So as you get further down in here, the rarity of these coins is absolutely stunning.
Oh, this is just gorgeous. I'm thinking...
It's absolutely stunning. And look at what we've done. We've had the gold, and now this is like gold wire.
Do you know,
this is not just gold painted. We have gold wire that has been put into the frame here and here. This is incredibly high quality. If you've ever priced a frame, folks.
Yeah, I've spent $100 for a frame.
Easily.
To have something frame. But can I say something? This is one of the first items, I think, in the 8 years we've done together. This would be a great, like, housewarming gift, like a wedding gift, or, something, I mean, to take something to display in your home, show not only, you're a coin collector, a patriot, a history buff. I mean, all those, any of us, how beautiful would that be? Wedding present, housewarming, graduation, holiday, whatever. What a gorgeous gift.
And let me speak to you very quickly about what you get here. Of course, you get the beautiful frame, with this is the wire, like I said, wire inlay that you've got here. It is solid wood, as you can see. It brings out the gold in the coins. Brings out the gold in the coins, which is, of course, why we did that. Every one of the coins, stunning, brilliant, uncirculated.
Gorgeous.
All 39 coins in the entire series from 2007 to all the way through 2016. So every single solitary coin is represented here without fail. So this is your opportunity. Now, once again, once we sell, this is all I have for frames as well. I anticipate these. So to go back to my story, you have to understand that there are some of these coins, like the William Henry Harrison, they just don't exist.
Right.
You just can't find them. And when you look at this, because the frame, the retail on the frame is $59.95 empty.
Look at that.
So now you're down to 90 bucks. So you're basically $2 a coin, which if you've been buying them all along directly from the government, 25 coins at a time,
right,
you were paying just about that.
Wow.
So not only do I have them, but I have them at a price that is going to be exceedingly difficult for you to
Is
find
that like
or
your
match.
$1 million discount that you used to talk
precisely.
about?
Well,
like
this one, because we have stocked, we've put away the better part of about $5 million worth of these coins. We have one of the largest hoards of these coins because I knew when it was at the end.
Right.
I knew when this came to an end that nobody else would have these coins, and I know our customers would want them. And remember, these are dollar coins. Remember the face value of these coins. The face value of these coins is $40. So the face value, the coins in the frame, is pretty much $149.95, and you get every single solitary one.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We've got more with Mike.